Besh, ano? Gulong-gulo?
Kasi I don't know how to compute or what is this? I want to apply sana.
Ito eh. Handle your own problem. Bye!
Besh!
Do you want to learn and know more about SSS? Then watch this video. The Social Security System is a state-run social insurance program in the Philippines to the workers in private, professional, and informal sectors. SSS is established by the virtue of Republic Act No. 1161, or we know as the Social Security Act of 1954.
Although the SSS website hasn't officially released the 2022 contributions table, the Republic Act No. 11199, or otherwise known as the Social Security Act of 2018, is stated that the contribution rate will rise 1% every other year until it reaches 15% by 2025. This means that the contribution rate for 2022 will be 13%.
Here is an example of the contribution table or schedule from the SSS official website. As seen on the table, the employee pays 4.5% and the employer shoulders the remaining 8.5% of the monthly salary credit or MSC, which totals 13%.
The employers will also have to pay the additional monthly contribution for the Employees Compensation or EC program, as seen in the table. And as you can see, there are many columns that also have sub-columns.
To briefly explain each column, the range of compensation is the range of your salary. The monthly salary credit will be the basis for contributions and benefits related to the member's total earnings for the month.
Let's focus on the regular Social Security column. The ER and EE columns are the employer and employee contribution. The total is the sum of the ER and EE contributions.
Aside from the regular contribution, members with MSC of over 20,000 pesos are also required to pay for a new provident fund called Workers' Investment and Savings Program, or WISP.
Now, let us move on to the different types of SSS contribution tables. In the self-employed members contribution table, since the person is self-employed, they will be paying the full monthly contribution plus the employee's compensation.
Next is for the voluntary members and the non-working spouse. A non-working spouse's monthly contribution is based on 50% of their working spouse's MSC, or what we call the monthly salary credit.
The next contribution table is for the OFW members. This works the same as for the voluntary members table.
For household employees with a monthly salary below 5,000, the Kasambahay law requires household employers to pay the full monthly contribution. But if it is above 5,000, then it is just the same as the regular employer and employee table.
And now, for better understanding, allow us to give you some real-life situation involving the contribution tables. Example number 1.
Your salary is 23,000 pesos?
Yes, so that means you have a mandatory provident fund, right?
Yes, which is 3,000 pesos. I'll pay 8.5% and an additional 20 pesos for the employee's compensation. Also, take note that the additional employee's compensation varies depending on the amount of your monthly salary credit.
Oh, okay. So I have to pay 4.5% of the mandatory provident fund, add all of that to the regular Social Security contribution, which is 2,600 pesos. We will have a total of 3,020 pesos contribution.
Yeah, it's easy to calculate, right?
Yep.
Example number 2.
I suddenly have the childish urge to be curious about how much money my mom contributes to SSS. I would ask my mom about this, but I think she's busy doing work in Malaysia, so I'm just gonna solve it on my own. Based on the contribution table for this year that was discussed earlier, there are 5 different tables, and there's one for the OFWs. Okay, I found a bracket that includes my mom's salary, which is 17,000 pesos. So it turns out that my mom's contribution is 2,210 since when we multiply her monthly salary credit, which is 17,000 pesos, to the 13% contribution rate, she will get the monthly contribution amount of 2,210 pesos.
Example number 3. As a kasambahay, I have a salary of 4,500 pesos, which isn't enough to provide for my family. Luckily, I don't have to pay for my contributions thanks to kasambahay law. I won't have to waste 585 pesos and an additional 10 pesos on my savings.
And of course, when a member pays its contributions, SSS also prepared some benefits for them.
Benefits such as sickness, maternity, disability, retirement, death, funeral, and unemployment.
And that's it. That's all we have to boost your understanding about the Social Security system. Bye!
Oh, I see. So that's how SSS works. I didn't know it was that beneficial. So, I think it's time for me to apply for SSS.